Hello and welcome to another episode with the WERF League. My name is JT. You can find me on Twitter, JT_the Ginger. I'm flying solo tonight. We're going to talk about some 2021 wOBSA stats. Check out previous episodes regarding it, incorporating wOBA type weighted metrics plus steals, more of like a fantasy centric stat. Also going to talk about overall Earth standings amongst all the Roto Fantasy leagues, WERF, NERF, TURF, GLARF, BARF, and also look at some of the recent transactions involving FAAB bids week 5 for the WERF League. So let's get into it. My virus protection says I'm protected, so that's great. Exit out of that. Let's just share some wOBSA. All right, so I just pulled these, I think effective through the 25th of April. Mostly if players have played most of the team's games, somewhere high teens, almost 20 games played here in this column. But if you watch the last episode, ultimately taken stat like wOBA that factors in walks and weights, almost kind of like a slugging metric where home runs are valued more so than a triple, double, single, kind of tiered down that way. But wOBSA involves steals, and we can kind of peek on what Sean and I kind of narrowed it down to last time using kind of the same scale. So we look at column L in terms of strikeout. Oh, strikeouts, that's the other one that's involved. So column L, -0.4 for strikeout. Same for caught stealing, same weight, whereas a stolen base counts for column M as a 0.9, which ultimately we said was pretty fair to single in terms of gaining a base. Again, we kind of messed around with these. We wanted players that walk, that slug, and as long as they're stealing bases, not getting caught stealing too often, that's a bonus to your fantasy team. So ultimately, so far, Acuna top on this wOBSA scale. Trout Hopper, Vlad's been producing. All those Vlad owners, dynasty leagues hanging on to him, pleasantly pleased at the moment. Gurriel, the older brothers having a renaissance, so that's always interesting to see. Yermin Mercedes, kind of coming out of nowhere, batting well for the White Sox. And a lot of your normal names. Want to highlight Whit Merrifield. Can't quit Whit, as buddy Kevin would say. 8 steals on the season, only 1 caught stealing. I guess the only other name here in the top 20 or so being Miguel Rojas, who actually just saw he's on my WERF team, hyperextended his elbow tonight. So hopefully he's doing okay. But he's been doing well. It doesn't look like he strikes out or walks much. He's getting on base hitting, and he's stealing pretty well. So anyway, just like a metric to kind of look at fantasy centric. And of course, I just threw this together and didn't freeze the top row, which is one of the things I like to do. But ultimately, it's kind of one of those Adalberto L. Mondesi conundrums where when healthy, unfortunately hasn't been yet, but when healthy, stealing that many bases, but not a great wOBA. So where does that balance out? And I was trying to find that happy medium before the draft, and I just wanted to keep an eye on it. Last week, Sean and I peeked at the plate discipline metric on who's been doing well at the plate, both pitchers and hitters, whereas As this wOBSA metrics more focused on hitters, I haven't really applied it to pitchers. I guess, you could say they're striking out, they're not walking, batters if we're talking pitchers, and they're limiting, the bigger hits. So that'd be interesting to look at. We could do something like that next week. Ultimately, Jess Chisholm has been a nice surprise. He strikes out a little bit too much, but otherwise has been looking electric, and lots of names to look at here. I kind of scroll through. Hotani, ever heard of him? Let's go to the bottom here. I guess I could have flipped the column sort, but who's not doing well? I just saw, Jonathan Scope. I think RotoGut tweeted out like, "Oh, watch out, he's heating up." So not a great start to the season, but he is still playing and in Detroit. So same with Hura. Suarez was just not having a great time at the plate. Swanson, Gurriel Jr., Dahl, Ozuna's been frustrating. I know I've looked at Ian Happ. His underlying expected metrics look positive, promising, and he's hitting the ball hard. It's not finding results. So again, a lot of early stats to go off that I pulled off FanGraphs, but always interesting to see who's benefiting themselves in terms of fantasy kind of skew on things, looking at it, trying to evaluate players here. So let's newly share over here. We're going to take a look at the Earth overall standings. Lucas back on top, followed by Dan Harris, Fantasy Pros, and Corbin third again. I think he's been tied for third. Vegan Mutaladel. But Corbin out of WERF League has been in that top 5, consistent, keeping pace. Super early, just fun to kind of peek. Sent that out, tweeted that out to all the commissioners. Got some more responses regarding that. So hopefully people got a look at that. Hopefully they retweeted out and those involved. But if Sean were here, just don't be last. So I don't know, dare I scroll all the way to the bottom, see who's last? But that's not fun. That's not fair. We're still early on. Lots of things, lots of baseball to be played. I think mostly the bragging rights came from here up top, kind of average rank of teams per league. So the lower the numbers means, the higher place rankings you have overall as a 15 team league. And Barf and Glarf right there, neck and neck. And then WERF and Turf right there, neck and neck, and Nerf. So I don't know. It's just fun. It's fun to update it weekly and check in and looking at overall totals and points. And this is actually something we haven't done. So let's see here. Looking at runs. Oops, I did that backwards. So top 20 runs is pretty much over 140 runs so far, 15 team league. I guess the watching, seeing how your team's pacing out, if you could be keeping up with how we drafted and what we're doing in terms of your roto output. Home runs, again, over 40 home runs would put you in the top 20. RBI, over 135. Stolen bases, this will be interesting. 18, but it goes from almost up to 30. 29, 27, drops down to low 20 at 11th place there. So kind of interesting. Stolen bases will come in groups more often than not. OBP over 334 be in the top 20. Quality start is all the leagues, so this will be interesting. Teens, so anywhere from 13 or higher will put you in the top 20 for quality starts. And strikeouts being just over 200 puts you in the top 20. 198 right here so far. Saves might be more like steals. See how many. Yeah, really a lot of multiple, a lot of tens. Tens get you in the top percentile of each league, with the top 3 teams having 15 so far. There's John Palusers has 15 saves so far. Might be knocking on his door for a trade. I need saves. Not going well for me in the saves department. ERA, think of it backwards. Got to sort it that way. I don't know if I'd really look at ERA or WHIP so early, but I mean, some gosh though, Corbin's got a team at 2.28 ERA. The next closest 2.53. So there, sorry Corbin, just jinxed you. Knock on wood. But might as well. We're here. We did it for the rest. Might as well do it for WHIP. 1.089 puts you in the top 20. So interesting stuff. So I got the past ranks out here on the far thing. So find it on Twitter at WERF League, tweeted it out. I also tweeted out at JT_the Ginger to Matt, Chris, Justin, and Dave. So the commissioners all got that tweeted to him. And again, I was going to do it Sunday night, and then that fun San Diego LA series was going, LA Dodgers series was going late, and it was like 9:30 Pacific, and I was like, I'm just going to watch the rest of this and pass out, and I'll do it in the morning. So that was pretty fun. So I'm going to flip it over here to FAAB transactions for the WERF League. So let's see, a few drops to start us off. Carson Kelly getting picked up for 57 FAAB units. He is, I think his OBP at the time, as of yesterday on Sunday, was, I swear, is 500. I don't know how many at bats he has on the season, but he's been doing pretty well. Exactly 500 as of right now. So I don't know if he, let's see, did he play today? No, he did not. He is a walking. But that was always kind of a dark horse, 2-catcher league potential, definitely pick up. Dolis Garcia, 73. Nico Horner, I got him for 105. I probably overspent. We're going to find that out here in just a little bit. I just like the multi-positional eligibility and calling them up, and I don't know. I just, at this point, I'd rather spend now than spend later, and if I can have enough depth somewhere and someone needs something of value, I have a lot of middle infield type player depth right now that I could trade for saves. So see if that matches up well with John here later tonight or this week. I might check that out. Seth Brown with Oakland got picked up, 37. Gallegos, dropping Wade Davis, Gomber in Colorado. Pivetta got picked back up. He got dropped the other week. Sean picked him up for 100 units. Low, Gregory Soto, I picked him up. Probably way overpaid. Rather have Stomont at this point. I messed up on just straight up picking up versus add drop in one transaction. And I would have got some Stomont for, I think I bid 15, but it just didn't match up in my FAAB. I was pouring concrete all Sunday and lost track of time, but oh well. It's just for fun, right? This is redraft. Pujols. Wow, Sean, really? Pujols? I'm gonna hang that over your head. We'll have to talk about that next time I see you. I picked up Peterson. I like his underlying numbers. We'll see if he can kind of piece it together. He's got that nice slider. Peyton Smith, dropping Trinan there. Okay. And Scope gets dropped for Arroyo. Lots of multi-positions right there. Stomont goes to, oh, of course, Goes to AP, who I traded saves for earlier. That definitely didn't work out. Sanzatella for nothing. Eric Gonzalez for 2 units. Who's a streaky batter. I remember owning him last year. Just kind of a, when he gets hot, he gets hot. So hopefully it works out for Mark and he can ride a hot streak or something, or at least more just playing time in general. Haggerty gets picked up for 1. Cole Irvin dropped Jones. Oh, Sean couldn't wait any longer on Jones. Not sure if he'll come up this year. Kenyon Milton gets dropped for Garrett Whitlock. Oh, who was talking? I think it was Mikey tweeting about Garrett Whitlock recently. All right, let's see what the chaos ensued. Take off the training wheels and go by everything that was attempted and not just executed only. So Carson Kelly got that winning bid at 57, but a couple $10 bids, a 54. Ryan almost had him. 34. Okay. Adolis Garcia, the winning was 73. Couple follow-up runner-up bids, 21, 12, 23, 18, and 4. So AP definitely locked him up with that bid. Leave no doubt. That's what I always say. Nico Horner, a few bids there. Wow, I could have had him for a third of what I bid, but again, it's just free units, right? It's just units. It's not anything in particular. Gallegos goes for 17. Runner-up was 13 there. So that was pretty savvy pickup. Not a lot of excess wasted. It's definitely seems like a Corbin thing. Want to, when you're lifting leg day, you don't want to be all over the place. You want to be sound, consistent form. That's what he's like in the gym, right? Some more Gallegos, Stomont, sweet. Stomont just wait. Why is Stomont just out by his lonesome here? That's weird. That usually these are fairly in order. I have to circle back because that didn't go for 11, but anyway. It's a Wade Davis cluster to drop. Okay, Gomber. A lot of bids on Gomber. 334, 10, 9, 79. That's what we were talking about. I think is that Danny, I think. So Danny and I are in the same boat. Way overbid for someone. It's gonna happen. Get your guy. It's a game. Have fun. Play the players that you want to play with. Pavetta had a couple nibbles. Soto. Let's see how much I overbid Soto. Sweet. Just wasting FAAB. Just being facetious. Pujols had a couple bids. Nothing, not much activity there. Peterson goes unopposed. Sweet. Didn't have to go all out for that. Kevin Smith, 55, 10, 9, 12. That 24 goes because, I had filled up my roster. Yeah, I didn't go back in and do an ad drop. I just had single pickups because I had 3 spots open because the hotel IL is full. Just put it that way. On Red Hair Don't Care. So that's always interesting. So let's see. Stomont. Here's a couple Stomont. Yep, I wanted for 15. I didn't do that drop part. So, and he just picked up his second save back-to-back days. Throwing darts, throwing 100. Coming up here towards the top. Not much really. Double so Whitlock. Yeah. This is probably kind of where you're at, where whether you had room or whether you got your actual groups. Yeah, I can only see the group for me regarding the personal rank, the PR. I can't see it for the other PRs, which means I had it helped to see why these didn't go through, but ultimately the roster spot wasn't there, or some of these numbers are over. So let's just end it there. That's good. All right. Cool. Fun stuff. Go WERF League. Um, ultimately, oh, there was one other thing. That's what it was. The trophy that we're doing, the bat throne. We did a league vote there on Twitter. Got 14 votes. Unfortunately, I don't know who missed out, but ultimately didn't got majority, got super majority. I think 2/3 vote. Because I was like, do we want the bat throne, the bats like wooden stains, or we want them painted like silver black, kind of that vibe? So wooden stains won out. I told my buddy about that, so he's pretty stoked. He's like, all right on. Sounds good. So whenever summer school or summer school ends, summer begins, probably early June. He'll be able to focus on that and get some traction, get some progress going on that. But otherwise, God, that was a really fun San Diego Dodgers series to watch, and baseball's happening, and rooting on the Mariners, and it's fun. We're almost through April. Crazy, we're almost 1 month in already, and still lots of baseball to go, and things. I think everyone's settling in, and it just seems a little more exciting. Just last year was kind of wasn't sure, a lot of question marks. So this year's been fairly smooth sailing. And with that, I'll wrap it up. So I'm JT. You can always find me on Twitter at JT_the Ginger. You can find the WERF League at WERF League. Check out the Earth standings, tweet at participants, ask questions. It's just kind of fun to have these regions competing against each other in their own leagues and an overall. And the commissioners really haven't made too much progress regarding an overall belt. I know it's in the works, and maybe I'll press them for that information soon, just so we have it all with a bow on it at the end of September. But other than that, be well, stay safe, and have fun watching more baseball. Take care. Bye.